2020, paper 1. Question 1. The diagram shows a digital stopwatch showing 1 minute 58 seconds. What is the time shown on the digital stopwatch in terms of seconds? 1 minute 58 seconds is equals to 60 plus 58 seconds equals to 118 seconds. What is the approximate acceleration of free fall for a body near to Earth? So they're actually asking for gravitational acceleration of free fall, which is g equals to 10 meter per second per second. Question 3. An object of mass 4 kg m has two forces acting on it as shown. The object is accelerating A at 2 meter per second to the right, which means force Y is definitely greater than force X. Okay, so using a formula, F net equals to MA. We know the mass is 4 kg, acceleration is 2. We get 8 newtons to the right. And we also know that F net is actually equals to Fy minus Fx. Okay, so we are trying to find a combination of x and y that fulfills this 8 newtons. And so it's actually 12 minus 4. Question 4. A student quickly pulls out a cloth under a table. The dish resists the change in the state and stays on the table. What is this resistance known as? It's known as inertia, but this is not tested. Question 5. Each solid has the same mass. Which solid has the greatest density? So we use the formula mVp. We know that density is equals to mass over volume. We want the greatest density, and since the mass is the same, we want the smallest volume, and this will give us the smallest volume. Question 6. Equilibrium, not tested. Question 7. On center of gravity, CG, not tested. Question 8. A man stands on ground. Which action will increase the pressure P that the man exerts on the ground? We know the formula P equals to F over A. If we want to increase P, we decrease A. For F, this is actually the weight of the man, which is constant. Question 9. A man pushed a block along a floor. The total constant horizontal force on the block is 80 newtons. F. The work done is 100 joules. W. Friction can be assumed to be negligible. How far? The displacement question mark. Does the box move? The formula W equals to F times S. We know W is 100. The force is 80 newtons times S. You can find that S is equals to 1.25 meters. And that's the displacement. Which description of the particles in a gas is correct? Gases are far apart. Okay. Solids are the ones that are close together. And they are moving at random and constantly. It's actually due to Brownian motion. Question 11. A solid metal rod is heated at one end. Shows the heat. When you heat something, the temperature increases, the kinetic energy of the particle increases. It vibrates more quickly. Okay, so which diagram shows the state of the particles after a short time, after the heating was started. So the black area is actually the one with high Ke. So it's A. And it's actually due to conduction. Okay, question 12. Some statements about boiling and evaporation from the liquid are shown. So there's 5 statements. How many of these statements are correct? So looking at the first one, boiling occurs at the surface of the liquid. Wrong. It occurs throughout the liquid. It's evaporation that occurs at the surface of the liquid. Boiling forms bubbles as the liquid turns into gas. Yes, during boiling, there's actually bubbles. Evaporation occurs at any temperature above melting point. That's correct. The rate of evaporation is affected by the surface area of the liquid. That's correct. So this one is wrong. It's not only affected by the surface, it's also affected by humidity, wind, and temperature. Question 13. Which row is correct? So they have light is a transverse wave. As we know, light is a EM wave. All EM waves are transverse wave. This is correct. Sound is a longitudinal wave. So for transverse wave, they can travel in vacuum. That's correct. They do not have compression or rarefaction. Sound cannot travel in a vacuum. It requires a medium. However, sound wave has compression and rarefaction. Question 14. Several components of the EM spectrum are used in hospital. Which row shows the correct component for the use stated? Detection of bones, X-ray. Treatment of cancerous cells, which use gamma rays because it's high energy and high penetration. Okay. Sterilization of instruments, we use ultraviolet rays. Radio wave is used for communication. Question 15. A violin and a guitar each produce a sound. The sound from the guitar is louder, has a lower pitch than the sound from the violin. How does the amplitude and the frequency of the two sounds compare? So we know that the loudness is proportional to the amplitude. The pitch is proportional to the frequency. So if it's louder, it has a larger amplitude. If it's a lower pitch, it has a lower frequency. Question 16. Electrons are charged particles, E minus. Which row identifies the charge of the electron and its unit of charge? So it's -1. Okay. And it's in coulomb, C. So for charge, Q, the SI unit is coulomb, C. For current, the symbol is I, is in amperes. Question 17. The diagram shows identical electric circuits containing a battery and two resistors. Which diagram correctly indicates the direction of conventional current and direction of electron flow? So as we know, conventional current, if I were to draw it out, this is the positive, negative terminal of the battery. Conventional current flows from the positive to the negative terminal. And we use the symbol I. For electron flow, it flows from the negative terminal, okay, to the positive terminal. That is the electron flow. And so answer is A. Conventional current and electron flow. Question 18. A battery is connected to a switch and a motor. The speed of the motor depends on the potential difference across the motor. So which component is connected in series with the motor so that the speed of the motor can be varied? So if you want to vary the PD of the motor, what we need is a variable resistor. B is a fixed resistor. C is a fuse. D is a bulb. 19. Spotlights are installed on the wall. In which position must the fuse be fitted in this circuit? Fuse, switch are always connected to the live wire. Question 20. An electric drill is double insulated. So which diagram shows the correctly wired mains plugs for the use of this drill. So the doubly insulated symbol looks like this, means it does not have a earth wire. So for the brown wire, it should be connected to the fuse and the switch. So the fuse is here. This is the fuse. So this is the live wire. And this will definitely be the neutral wire, where the current flows out. If there is a earth wire, it should be connected here. And this is the end of paper 1.